Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show. Good morning to you. It's going to be a nice, bright, sunshiny day. And I feel like I'm singing that song from the 60s or the 70s. But either way, welcome to the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning. My name is Stick. To my right this morning.
Yo, what's going on? It's Kory.
Ooh, I like that. With authority this morning, Kory. Yo, what's going on? It's
After
Kory.
that mini camp, he's feeling that.
He got that Dan Campbell speech in him.
Right, you got them kneecap talks in you
Oh, yeah,
today.
you already know it.
And then to my left,
It's Joey, good morning.
it's Joey. Good morning. Alex is over there in producer booth. Mikey TikTok, making sure we respond to everything on social media. So thank you guys for your comments,
Hey,
your shares.
put him to work, all
your
right?
likes.
Comment right now.
Yeah.
If he don't comment within 30 seconds, he's in trouble.
Yeah, so
Damn.
make sure you're commenting, hi, Mikey, or something like that. And then also we have Fish. Hi, Fish.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, sure
So
is.
I'm doing great.
All right, well, we got a lot planned for the show today. Our Coney Review is coming up. Plus, Kory went to mini camp yesterday, or OTAs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, whatever you want to call them. And he's going to give us a report from that. Plus, Kevin Durant, once again, in a battle online. Twitter fingers getting the best of them. But first, let's kick it off. Last night's games, and the game we really got to talk about is the Clippers and the Jazz, because that first half, I thought Luke Kennard was going to be an all-star performer, putting up 40 points. Like, he was hitting fadeaway three-pointers. He was going to his right, hitting three-pointers. But in the end, the Jazz edge out the Clippers for the Game 1 victory, and Donovan Mitchell. But before we get to all these highlights, Kory, I got to play you something. This is for you. Alex, do you have what I sent you right before the show? All right.
If it's what I think it is, I'm going to be so pissed at you.
With the 12th pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Donovan Mitchell.
That was good.
What could have been? What could have been?
You know what? Yesterday was interesting. It was, and I posted this on Twitter. Yesterday was the guy the Detroit Pistons should have drafted versus the guy the Detroit Pistons did draft, and they both had amazing games for a franchise that's not named the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
But you know, in the end, the end result was how I predicted it. How it came to be, not how I predicted it. But the LA Clippers found out one thing that we've seen in Detroit for quite some time, and that's if you have Luke Kennard, Reggie Jackson, and Marcus Morris as your leading scorers, you're not going to win many games.
There is no excuse, though, that the Clippers could lose a game where the opposing team misses 20 freaking straight shots.
They did.
20 straight shots. I don't think I've ever heard that in an NBA game, 20 missed shots straight.
I just don't know how, after the way the first half went, I have no idea how the Clippers lost the game. I thought that they were gonna struggle coming out the gate, but they came out the gate punching the Jazz right in the mouth. And the thing is, the Jazz were horrible.
Yeah.
The Jazz played horrible, and I can't believe that the Clippers were up that much with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George playing the way they did. In the first half, Leonard was 2 for 6. Paul.
Playoff P, baby.
No, you know what? He has a new name. His name is Payoff P.
Payoff P.
Because he has to be getting paid off to play the way that he did. 1 for 7 in the first half, over 5 in the first quarter. He was 1 for 10 through 3 quarters.
But that fourth.
That fourth,
he hit that three-point shot later on. But the guy who had a monster game, Donovan Mitchell, I was trolling you a little bit earlier because I think we both agree we probably should have drafted him over Luke Kennard. But either way, he was out there balling last night. And look how excited he is, getting the crowd into it, pumping his fists. You just love to see Donovan Mitchell doing his thing. He's so quick. I know a lot of people have said this, but he really does remind me of kind of like a Dwayne Wade type player, because he's not outsizing you. He's not out-strengthening you. He's not stronger than you, but he's quicker and he gets to his angles better than you. And look at this guy just crossing over everybody, hitting step backs. What a thing of beauty.
Well, I mean,
and getting punched in the face.
Well, I mean, I think it's appropriate that you mentioned the Dwayne Wade comparison because who was courtside giving him tips throughout the entire game?
Dwayne
the
Wade.
new minority owner of the Jazz, Dwayne Wade. So, I mean,
How much does he have of the Jazz?
Not a lot,
Okay.
but hey, more than what most people have.
It's so weird. It's so weird to me. Like when there's players like a D Wade, all you think of D Wade is the Miami Heat. Then all of a sudden, give him the Jazz.
I'm going to buy the Jazz. Right. You figured the
Jordan.
Heat would have offered him like a
Right.
small part of it, but it's tough to become an NBA owner. It really is. At any professional sports team, it's tough to become
but
an owner.
At a certain point, though, you've done so much for that organization. You've brought them so much money. You've built that organization so much that it's got to hurt to see him just walk away and go to another team like that.
I mean, if you want him to stay, do something like the Lakers did. Give Magic some ownership.
Yep.
I mean, if you want Dwayne, if you want one of your best players to not be with another organization, make them a part of the organization. The Heat have had ample chances to make Dwayne Wade a part of the organization.
It's another game, though. When you look back at this game, the first 2 quarters, one team was dominating. The Clippers were dominating. And then that third quarter, and then you look at Donovan Mitchell, in just the second half, the dude drops 32 points.
Right.
32 points in the second half.
He's damn good, but the game was almost decided on a 3-point shot. But Rudy Gobert, I mean, say what you want about that dude touching up microphones. He was able to touch up that ball yesterday before this shot got off. Like, I thought they could have jumped into him right there, but Morris got blocked on that, and it kind of sealed the game for Utah. And what a great play to end the game on, though.
That's a great play to end the game, but let's be real. We talk about players shying away from the last shot. There is no reason that Marcus Morris should be taking the final shot. You got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Those are supposed to be the 2 best two-way players in the league. Those are supposed to be 2 guys who can hit, buckets. They both passed up the last shot. Your 2 best players on the team passed up the final shot to win the game. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, and if you go back and look at it, it wasn't even really the best read in the world. Like,
No.
I get it if you're passing up the last shot for an open man like Jordan did with Steve Kerr sitting in the corner. Like, I get that. But on this play, like, can you play it again, Alex? On this play, Gobert's all over Morris. It's not like he's sagging down trying to box out underneath the basket in the paint. Like, he's all over Morris, and he's a much bigger defender. Look, like, he's not open.
If he shot right away, it would have been a decent attempt.
Decent, but
Decent.
Look, when you're in that position, I don't care if I'm not asking anybody to be Jordan. I'm not asking anybody to be Kobe. But what I will say is this.
Shoot.
When you're the 2 best players on the team, one of you guys have to get that shot off. If they get their shot blocked, I can live with Paul George getting his shot blocked. I can live with Kawhi Leonard getting his shot blocked. It's cool. You know what? You're the 2 premier players on the team. You're in that position for a reason to take that final shot. Unless Marcus Morris is just like open, like pass me the ball, I'm right here.
Or he's having a hell of a game. The dude had 9 points, so it ain't like the dude was a threat in that game.
He does not need the ball in that possession. So you got to give some hard criticism to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George for that. It was unacceptable.
Well, Utah leads the series 1-0, and that was one game last night. The other game was a weird game to watch, man. They say basketball is a game of runs, and that's exactly what the game last night between the 76ers and the Hawks were. The 76ers, kind of like the inverse of the game, the game 1. 76ers came out, put the Hawks down by 18, but by halftime, the Hawks were down by 2. And then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, shit exploded, and they went up by 20, and that was about it. To me, Nate McMillan, man, this is 2 games in a row. I'm like, what are you doing? Having Trae Young on the bench at the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth, like, I get it if that's what you've done throughout the entire regular season. This is playoffs, baby. You have a chance to go up 2-0 on the 76ers. How do you not have your best player in the game when it's on the line? Because they were teetering between 6 and 8 points right then. And then by the time Trae Young got back in the game, 18. Nothing you could do.
And you look at playing time, Trae Young wasn't even out on that court the longest.
Right.
Bogdan was.
Right.
So Bogdan was out 41 minutes, I think, in that entire game.
I will say this about Bogdan. I'm starting to fall in love with that dude's game. Like, he's got – I really haven't been able to watch him much, but, man, he's a lot better than I was giving him credit for.
Oh, he definitely is. But, I mean, we all know who the star last night was. Yeah. Embiid. I mean, what can you do with that? 40 points, 13 rebounds, got a block out there.
Technical foul.
You know what?
Add that to the stat
At
sheet.
one point, I thought that he was going to get ejected. And
I thought he was ejected.
Yeah, the way Scott Foster did that, and everybody knows that he's really quick with the whistle.
Well,
and
the way
text.
Embiid was walking off the court,
Yeah.
I thought he was literally going
Go
down
to
the
the
tunnel
back.
and going to the locker room.
But he didn't, and I'm glad that they didn't, because that would have just been bad for the game if the Hawks came back and off of Embiid being ejected. But man, what can you say about that game? The Sixers played like they should have been playing in Game 1, and I don't know where to go about this. Last night was just another night of.
Well, the one place we got to go is Shake Milton. Because, listen, I never even heard of Shake Milton before last night. And Doc Rivers puts this dude in the game, and he absolutely takes over. He hits this buzzer beater here right before the end of the third. And then that just lit him up going into the fourth, because in the fourth, Shake Milton absolutely took over for Philly. Honestly, Embiid put up 40, which is fine. But without Shake Milton, they're not blowing this team out, and they may not be winning this game.
Shake Milton had the most points in the fourth quarter for them. 8 points, 3 for 6. He was 2 for 3 from beyond the arc.
He looked great.
I mean,
And we got to shout out the
that was
parents
coaching.
for that name. Shake. Who names their kid Shake? It's a badass name.
I just love the announcers last night trying to drop all the Ricky Bobby references that they could. Shake and break every time it's like, all right, everybody doesn't need to have a key phrase.
Yeah, so he goes. I guess his playing name or nickname, whatever, is Shake. But his real name is Malik. So, but still, Shake Milton's that's a cold name.
Yeah, it's a sweet name.
Do you think we'll ever see a Trae Young 1 for 7 from the 3-point range, though?
I don't know. That is one good move that Doc Rivers made last night. I know we were talking about, Doc Rivers, and if the Sixers lose, is it kind of another reason why this guy isn't a great coach? But him putting Ben Simmons on Trae Young last night, you could tell that length and size bothered him. And I don't need Ben Simmons to score, because Ben Simmons ain't going to score. So focus on defense.
I mean, give me the best asset that you have in your repertoire, because like I said, you're not going to trust Ben Simmons to shoot the ball. He can barely hit free throws, but that length did bother him. I mean, I don't think you're going to see another 1 for 7 performance from Trae Young again. I think they're going back to Atlanta. That crowd's going to be rowdy. He's going to have the momentum on his side, and Trae Young is known to be talking trash, so he's going to feed off that energy. Now I expect him to have a big game, but
How soft is the Philadelphia crowd, though? Like, when the game's in doubt, they're quiet as hell. They're sitting there like this. When they went up by 20, they started harassing Trae, doing the same damn cheer that the Knicks fans did. Like, Trae, you're balding. And, I get it. It's funny. But first of all, you're stealing New York's cheer. And second of all, when it was close, you were this. It's a Devo situation. That's exactly what happened
And
to them
then
last
third,
night.
did you guys not see what happened when the New York Knicks fans pissed off Trae Young?
Right. Let the sleeping dog lie.
Let him lie. If he comes out, well, I'm going to say this. When he comes out, because I'm going to predict it. When he comes out and light their ass up in Game 3, remember what y'all did. Remember, keep that same energy.
Well, we'll find out what happens in Game 3, and there's only one NBA game tonight, which kind of sucks, but it's the Suns and the Nuggets. Game 2, Phoenix is up in this, and I believe they're favored by 6.5 points. Who you guys got in the game tonight?
Some MVP action, baby.
Yeah!
Some MVP action.
Well, I mean, by the way, the Bucks have been playing. I'm glad that's only one game tonight. So, I mean,
There's only been one game.
there's only been one game. So.
That's what sucks, though. It's like the other night when the Bucks got their ass beat, you still had another game. Today, that's all we got, so it's going to suck tonight.
Right. So, Suns Nuggets at 9:30. But who you got?
I'm going to go with the Bucks, losing by 30.
They're not playing tonight.
Oh, the Bucks aren't on?
No, that's what we were just saying.
Oh.
That was the joke.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
The Suns and Nuggets is the only game tonight.
Suns and Nuggets.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, it's got to go Suns.
Gotta go Suns?
Yeah,
They're
I'm
favored
going
by
with
6.5.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the Nuggets. I think they're going to go ahead and pull this series even. I think this is going to be a 6-series game. And I expect that Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. are going to have really big games. But also, too, I'm going to throw a wild card out there. I think that Aaron Gordon's going to have a pretty good game. I'm going to get him somewhere near the double-double range, maybe a 17-10 game. I'm gonna bet on that. I'm gonna bet on Aaron Gordon to get a double-double tonight.
In the playoffs, there's always that one guy that just blows it up out of nowhere. Like last night, we saw it with Shake Milton. I remember the Pistons had it happen a couple times. Remember Brian Scalabrine lit us
that
up?
Beautiful hair.
for the Nets, and he did it for the Celtics. Like, we got Scalabrine twice.
The Red Mamba.
Oh, the Red Mamba.
Or they call him the White Mamba. It's the White Mamba. That's right, the White Mamba.
Redhead Mamba.
But who else? Who else is like a no-name player that just lit us up? I mean, you know, PJ Tucker, or PJ Walker from Carolina this year, coming out of the AF or the Canadian Football League or the Arena League or wherever the XFL,
Yeah. Worse.
wherever the hell he came from, he just showed up and beat our ass. Who else can you guys think of besides Scalabrine and Walker? Anybody off the top of your head?
Walker's the one that hurt the most. Anytime you hear an announcer talking about how there's an XFL quarterback whooping your ass, it hurts.
Matt Flynn made his money off of the Lions.
Matt Flynn is another one. What do you have? 6 touchdowns against us in that last game for Green Bay. Then cashed out, went to Seattle. Then they draft Russell Wilson. They paid him $40 million. Then draft Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson starts $40 million. And then he went to Oakland, didn't he? After that or something.
I think he went to the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's where he went after us. Then after that, Oakland. Yeah, because the Seahawks paid him $40 million and then drafted Russell Wilson. And then they're like, oh, my God, this guy we stole in the draft is much better than the dude we're paying $40 million because he threw 6 touchdowns against the Lions in Week 16 one year. God, man, Matt Flynn, you're welcome. You're welcome, Matt Flynn. Who else? I mean, we pretty much made Mitch Trubisky's career.
That's the thing. Any opposing quarterback, I feel like we make their career. If it's some bench player that's getting their first start.
Right. Or like Amir Abdullah this season, his only 2 touchdowns of the season.
Only 2 freaking touchdowns came against the Lions. Ain't that about a... I'm trying to think. I'm trying to rack my brain. Is there anybody else I can say that just lit us up out of nowhere?
I know there's a lot more because I remember I feeling like it happened every time there was a Pistons game or some series that we were in. Just some random dude like out of nowhere would score like 30 points or hit a big 3 or take over for 10 minutes of the game.
I felt like for a stretch I was call it the 2010 era, whatever. I felt for a stretch that there was always somebody on the Utah Jazz that lit the Pistons up anytime they played.
We got Millsapped. Remember when we got Millsapped?
Man.
He ended up being an all-star, which was fine, but at the time we got Millsapped, he was not. I remember
Every
that.
single time they played the Jazz, somebody would get off Millsap and this others. I'm like, why the F do we keep losing to the Jazz?
Right. Paul Millsap, that's why, dude. Karolinko used to light us up, too.
Oh,
remember?
AK-47.
Yeah, and his wife used to let him sleep with other chicks, so there was
Used
that.
to let.
One a year he got.
Wait, for real?
Yep, one a year. And she was banging, too. It's not like she was some dog that was like, oh, go ahead, honey. So, like, she was banging, so.
1 a year. 1 free pass a year.
Yeah. Magikowski. Oh, there you go. Don. Good old Don. All right, well, we got a big weekend planned coming up. We're leaving Friday morning pretty much right after the show, hopping in our Airstream, and we're headed up to Sun RV, right, Joey?
Yeah, and I want to give a quick little shout-out, too, to Road Adventures. They're giving us the Airstream. It's actually Mark Wahlberg is giving us an Airstream. So
thanks, Marky Mark.
So, we were going to go up there in an RV, but we were like, let's do this big and get up there in an Airstream. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be a really fun just adventure, driving up there with you guys and just being able to experience this all together. It's kind of going to be our first outing as a show.
It is, actually.
So
it's crazy.
I'm excited for that. Kory, you excited?
Yeah, I just got to pack.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm not looking forward to. I'll do that after the mini camp.
And if you're up in Petoskey this weekend or Traverse City, hit us up. Come hang out. Let's chill. Let's do a bonfire. Let's go paddle boarding. Let's go down the river. Let's do some fun stuff this weekend. If you're up north, let us know because we'll be in Petoskey at Sun RV Resorts.
Morning, Art. Morning, D-Mac.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for dropping your comments today on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We appreciate you, and hopefully Mikey TikTok's doing a good job of responding to all of you with rapidness. because that's how you interact with the show. You can also call up 313-552-6322 if you want to chat about some of the things that we've been talking about this morning. Let's stick with the NBA. Obviously, the Nets aren't playing tonight, but Kevin Durant still in the news, mostly because of his response to this quote by Jay Williams.
KD was heated, huh?
Time with Uncle Jay? Yes, I would love to. So a couple years ago, we're at a holiday party, and I came on this show, and I did a segment with you, and I said we had Anthony Davis and we had Kevin Durant. Yeah. I said, you know what, Anthony Davis and KD would have a baby. The similarities, physicality-wise, would be like Giannis. Yeah. Right? I go to the holiday party. Kevin Durant comes up to me and says, yo, don't you ever, ever compare me to Giannis. Don't you ever compare me to Giannis. I said, KD, what are you talking about? You know, I was just talking about similarities, physicality-wise, size, length. He's like, no, don't you ever compare me to Giannis. So when I see that matchup, you know what that matchup says to me? That's something personal for Kevin Durant. That's who he's attacking each and every day, because that's been in his brain, because people have talked about Giannis being on the same level. That's the kind of intensity you're seeing in this rivalry.
Well, that's a very interesting story.
So Kevin Durant had something to say about that. First, he said, this is a fucking lie. Jay Williams can never speak for me. Ever. That's what he commented on that video, and then he further went into it and tweeted out, mans will do anything to advance their careers in this media shit, wanting to be accepted by an industry that will dispose of you whenever they please. Keep me out of your corny ass talk about who's better and legacy and all that dumbass shit. I don't even talk like that. And I love this response by Kevin Durant. I got to be honest, because we spend a lot of time talking about how LeBron always talks about his legacy and always talks about him being great and stuff like that. Durant's like, keep that away from me. I don't want any part of it. And most of all, don't lie about me just to kind of get some clout on TV.
I think it's two things operating here. One, I don't think Jay Williams would really go out there and sabotage his reputation to make a lie like that for ratings. I mean, we've seen Shannon Sharp do the call on the phone with Julio Jones, and Julio didn't know. But I don't take Jay Williams as a guy who would just go out there and lie. But what I will say is I think that the conversation between Jay and KD was supposed to be something that was like, you know, off the record.
So you think it actually happened?
I think it actually happened because there is proof of KD not being all the way truthful in these situations. Like with a couple of years ago, he attacked Chris Broussard and said that him and Chris Broussard never spoke about, in private. But Chris Broussard came back and was like, no, okay, you want to say we didn't text? Okay, my bad. We DM'd, and I have the proof of the DM exchanges of what you said you didn't say to me. So I think it's one of those things where KD was just probably ticked off that Jay Williams used what he said off the record to go on air and kind of, boost himself. So I wouldn't say that KD is wrong. I would say that I wouldn't say that Jay Williams. I say actually both of them are wrong, actually. That's what I'm going to go with. Both of them are wrong. Jay Williams is wrong for going on the air and using that quote. KD is wrong for how he attacked him. So
see, KD's just so sensitive. That's the only issue that I have with him is you're in playoff mode right now. You're supposed to have that playoff mentality, and you're over here going at an analyst. That's his job, to go out there and talk smack, and he lets it tick him off. You're in the playoffs. You shouldn't be on Twitter going off on people like that.
It's your job to have an opinion. It's not your job to make up quotes just to get clout, though. Because I mean, that's like me saying, all right, I was talking to, I don't even want to make up a quote right now because it could get snippet and put out there. Like, I was talking to player XYZ, and he says he hates player B. And, I know this because I had an inside conversation that you're not privy to. Like, it's a shady situation. I could see it happening like that, but I could also see KD just being like, man, don't even put me in those conversations. But him turning it into, KD came over to me and just taking the truth but ratcheting it up just a little bit.
I think he turned it up a little bit. He fudged it. Like maybe him and KD were talking and KD kind of like, jokingly said something, and then Jay Williams went on air and boosted it up like KD said this, that, and the other. So I think that's kind of what's playing right here. I think KD said something to that effect, just not the way that Jay Williams went on air and said it. But I believe those two did have a conversation, because I don't believe he would just go on air and lie about that.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name. That's what he was saying.
I just saw that was up there. Did we ever talk about how KD brought a backup to a date? Did you guys see that story too?
Wow.
They say don't bring sand to the beach, but KD brought sand to the beach, and it seemed to work out for him.
But one thing I will say that Jay Williams is really wrong in this, and I would probably fought him more than I fought Kevin Durant. Former athletes, it seems like more and more as they get into that journalism side of the table or role, they are using a lot of private conversations and a lot of weird tactics to go ahead and get content or get those views up. And I don't think Jay Williams had to do that. Jay Williams is a very smart basketball analyst. I mean, he's obviously was great at Duke, and I mean, unfortunately, his career ended the way it did. But Jay Williams is high IQ. When he talks, people are going to listen to him talk about basketball. So you can go ahead and talk about a KD and Giannis matchup without using private conversations to get your point across.
I hope one day I get to have those private conversations to use in my back pocket. But no, it's interesting because we got guys like Joik that are on the network, and we got guys like Darren McCarty who obviously have conversations with their former teammates, and they're involved in those circles of conversations. And you see Joik struggle with it sometimes on the air with Bell and Baligian, or the Baligian and Bell show, because he doesn't want to be that guy, but also part of our job is to kind of be that guy and pull back the curtain. So it's got to be a delicate balance for those former players. But with those things, like, shouldn't you address that with the player before you go on air and talk about it? Like, hey, KD, do you mind if I talk about that on the air?
I mean,
or something like that.
It's like a courtesy text, like,
right.
Hey, we're gonna be talking about this on the show. You mind if I kind of, how would you feel if I brought this up?
Because how pissed would you be if you're the athlete? We have just a cordial conversation, but you're sitting on the couch, you're streaming, watching TV, whatever, and all of a sudden Kory's up there quoting a conversation that I didn't really say. Like, how pissed would you be?
Especially if it's something you didn't say. It's one thing like a Shannon Sharp way with the Julio situation.
And that was bullshit.
And that was messed up.
Yeah.
But this is just the next level. So it's like, I feel like you got to have that respect to at least hit someone up and see if you could talk about it. But at the same time, I mean, it's an analyst. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to start some things, and he's trying to get a name for himself. I've never been a big fan of Williams like that.
When we talk about this generation of athletes being softer, right? Don't you think it is stupid to burn bridges the way you're doing right now?
100%. It's stupid to burn bridges anytime.
It's stupid to burn bridges anytime, but especially right now. So, I mean, you got to be able to find a way to report this stuff and talk about it without actually, burning that bridge or revealing that private intel. I know we got to pull back the curtain a little bit, but just use some discernment on what you actually put out there. There are ways of saying stuff without actually saying it.
Right, alluding to.
Yeah.
Or like, I may have had a conversation. Like, you don't have to stamp their name on it. And I think that's where the players get pissed off. Like, if you stamp my name, he could have said, I may have overheard, or, I heard through the grapevine.
Sources.
Yeah, I heard through the wind.
Allegedly.
I heard through the wind that KD doesn't want to be compared to Giannis. I don't know how true that is. You would have saved your stuff right there.
Perfect. Instead of being like, I had a conversation,
Yeah.
this is what happened, and put words in another man's mouth. That doesn't work out.
That's journalism 101. So you knew he knew what he was doing in this situation. He was trying to get exactly what he got.
Right. So we'll pull back the curtain on a grand opening. Joey, you ready for the grand opening of Levels in Centerline? It's going to be amazing. I believe we're going to be out there doing our morning show live on July 9th. July 9th, so put it in your calendar right now. We will be out at Levels in Centerline for their grand opening, and it's going to be a fun day out there. They're going to have food trucks. Can't tell you exactly which artist they got to come out there, but it's a big Detroit artist that's going to be there. So if you want to come for like a mini little party out in a parking lot and then stop by Levels and check them out, you can do that. Go to enjoylevels.com or give them a follow today at enjoylevels on IG.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We're recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
So Aaron Rodgers, he's trying to send a powerful message to the team, and the organization decided to hold out on the team minicamp and showing the team that he is willing to go the extreme measures to make his point. So he's going to be fined $93,000 if the team decides to enforce this, and there's just a lot of issues here. So here's a little clip that I liked, actually. Former Wolverine and Harrison wide receiver Devin Funchess, who is now with the Packers. We didn't see him last year because he opted out of the season due to COVID, but this is what he had to say, speaking to the media on his reaction to Aaron Rodgers.
I already learned from a situation by leaving a Hall of Fame quarterback who retired on me. So to go into this situation, it's the next man up, and everybody needs to stop thinking about everything, and everybody needs to understand, mind each other's business, and we play with the 11 that we have in the building. So we need to just, all the media and everybody else, they need to understand this. Let the man handle his business, and then we play with the 11 that we have on the field at that time. I've been there to the dance. I've been there with experience. You play with the 11 you have, and you do your best every play, and that's how you win. So I need everybody personally just to let him do what he does and understand the 11 that we line up with on the field, that's who we're going to have fun with at that time. Don't matter what number the jersey is, no matter none of that. We're here to have fun and go win the Super Bowl for this town and this team.
All I hope is that this continues until September 20th.
That's when the Lions play the Packers.
That's all I hope.
No, I hope it continues the whole season.
Right.
You think he's taking his last snap? Played his last down as a Packer?
I'm going to take him at his word. He says he doesn't want to play with him. He says it's over. It doesn't appear like he's going to bend.
Yeah.
I'm going to take him at his word.
I'm going to take him at his word, but damn, that's just how luxury of a life are you living when you can just walk away from that much effing money and just be like, screw it.
A guy like Aaron Rodgers, though, he could get that money in so many other ways.
I mean, look, he's golfing with Tom Brady coming up on July,
Bryson
right after July 4th.
and all of them.
Right, so it's not like Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a future and couldn't find something else to do. And honestly, we know this now. The players have the power in almost all the leagues. It didn't used to be that way, especially in the NFL, because you didn't get that guaranteed money. But if you're an Aaron Rodgers type caliber player, you don't have to worry, man. They're going to want to trade you to at least get value out of you if you're not showing up. And who cares? Just keep giving back the money. I did like Devontae Adams' quote about not showing up to mini camps and stuff like that. He's like, listen, I grew up broke. I ain't turning down any money. I'm showing up. I'm not forfeiting over $100,000 a day just because I want to prove a point.
And it ain't even the money behind it. It's just the profession. What kind of professional are you to not handle the job that you've made all of your earnings doing and playing?
I think what Aaron Rodgers should do is he has to make a decision right now. The Packers already said they're not moving you. They're hard in their stance. You're hard in your stance about you're not. We're going to take you at your word. You're hard in your stance about not coming back. So if both parties are at an impasse, just retire. Just retire, because now what you're doing is you're doing the same damn thing that Brett Favre did to the Packers, and you're holding the organization hostage. Just allow them to move on and go ahead and go with Jordan Love, and that'll be it.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think the Packers are willing to move on, and that's part of what's causing this.
Yeah, but if the player ain't going to play, there's no other option.
Packers are like, we're not sending you anywhere else. Screw that. You're going to honor your contract, and if you don't want to honor your contract with us, then, hey, sit your ass down to retire.
I love it. Hey, listen, they can that whole organization can crumble for all I care.
Yeah, I love the turmoil.
Yeah,
I love the
first
turmoil.
time in our lifetime.
I'm rooting for all of this to continue.
And if you need gasoline, call me. I'll drive to Wisconsin myself.
We continue with the 2020-2021 NBA MVP is the Joker.
Yeah.
Well deserved. This whole thing is cool because he becomes the first player drafted in the second round to win the MVP in the common draft era. And we get to see him in action tonight, 9:30, down 1-0 to the Suns.
And he's the first big man to win it since Shaq, really. Like the first big man. You know.
The one thing I do love about this is, as a tweet I saw yesterday, the Joker was the 41st pick of the draft, and he got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
I did see that too.
I'm like, what? I didn't know who the hell he was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know, like, oh my God, they should have got him. I didn't know who the hell he was until he started going off. But crazy, 3 straight years it's been a foreign player that's been NBA MVP. Giannis won back-to-back. Joker has won this year. And honestly, I think it's gonna go 4 years straight, because I think next year we're going to see a Luka Doncic MVP. So I think it's going to be 4 straight seasons where it's going to be a foreign player winning the MVP.
And this is how he found out the news. Adam Silver coming in during the meeting.
Nice.
Before we turn our attention to Commissioner Adam Silver, who wants to take us through a couple of things. Adam, the floor is yours. Good to see you.
You too, Coach. And sorry to interrupt your meeting. As you said, I have some important news. That is that it's my honor to announce that Nikola Jokic is this year's Kia Most Valuable Player. Congratulations, Nikola.
That's a crazy stat. The lowest drafted player to ever win the MVP at number 41.
That's awesome.
That's kind of crazy to me.
Oh, but you got to tank to get those top picks. If you don't get those top picks, you'll never get good players. What are we doing here? Oh, that one game cost us 2 spots in the draft. Shut the hell up. God, man.
It's more than just the draft picks. It's about who drafts you and who's coaching you.
Yep.
And obviously, the Joker was in the best spot possible. Just that simple.
Yeah, I got to call out Justin Spiro. If this doesn't hammer home my point, I don't know what else to tell you about this.
Is he one of those?
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. If you go on that dude's Twitter when the Pistons actually won a couple games, oh, they're blowing their tank job. Oh, they're never going to get that. And it's like, the 42nd overall pick just won MVP, and we're worried about a couple places. Like, it's stupid. Like, we just talked about us passing on Donovan effing Mitchell, when we had like a mid-round draft pick. It's not like that was a number 1 overall. So like, this whole concept of unless they're number 1 or number 2, they're not gonna pan out is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Who cares? Let it play out. Draft better. Coach better. Put people in positions to win.
And especially the Pistons. Like, that's the one that bothers me. Like, I don't even want to hear you say it about any other team, but the Pistons was such a young team that you don't want to teach them to tank that early on in their career. What the hell is that going to do for them?
I mean, tanking does nothing. I mean, Giannis, back-to-back MVP. He was picked 15th.
Right.
So it's like it's about where you land. But, I mean, let's go back to that Pistons thing for a quick second. You do not want a young team to tank because you do not want their confidence killed. If they just go out there and they happen to lose, hey, so be it. They lost the games. That's cool. As many writers have said, the Pistons probably did one of the all-time greatest tank jobs because they did tank, but we saw improvement from all of the young guys on the court, from a CD Bay, from Killian Hayes improving the second half of the season, Beef Stew, Frank Jackson. I mean, all of those young guys, they got shot, and I think they're going to be great next season. So, I'm with you on this thing.
But they weren't number 1 overall picks. How are they going to be good? I don't understand basketball.
But with that said, Come June 22nd, I really do want that #1 pick.
Of course we do. Of course, I want Kate Cunningham. Of course I want that
There was no
pick.
tank job involved.
But if we get Jalen Green, or if we get Jalen Suggs, or if we get Evan Mobley, I'm still not going to be upset if we use those guys right, coach them in the right way, and put them in the right positions to win. All of them have the ability to be great.
The 76ers 118 over the Hawks 102 yesterday. And Joel Embiid is the first Sixers player with 40 points in a playoff game since Allen Iverson in 2003.
Embiid got a chance to go for 40, and there it is. A 40-piece for Joel Embiid, and give him 12 rebounds as well.
You think if he played all, so how many, 72 games this season? Mm-hmm. If he was healthy, that he would have gotten that MVP?
He was trending in that direction.
He
was trending in that direction, but the MVP this year was really weird because it was like every couple of weeks somebody had a narrative for them winning the MVP. I mean, Joel Embiid did have it for a good while. I think if he did stay playing, at least the 7, most of those games, he would have won it.
Yeah, did you see Derrick Rose got one MVP vote?
Yeah.
By the fans?
The fan vote.
That's why fans should never vote.
Yeah.
Right there.
I think they meant to do
that was
CP3.
literally all the entire, state of New York.
Right.
Mr. Donovan, we could have had him. Mitchell went off.
They wrapped up the series against Memphis. Shot clock winding down. Mitchell again with the 4 seed. Got the matchup they were looking for in the first round. Mitchell. Although Kennard has put up the high total.
The half that they have to attack the rim. He said they had 0 points in the paint in the first.
1-5. They won 20.
Balled out 45 points, shooting 53%, dropping 32 points in the second half to start that series off ahead 1-0.
Great game. I mean, great. What else can you say? He looked good. He looked smooth.
One thing I did like about Donovan Mitchell was before the game, I had jokes ready for him because before the game, he was talking about Rudy Gobert. He went to Rudy Gobert and said, "Hey, I need a big game out you. I need a big game out you." And I'm like, "Oh, look at him trying to be the motivator." And then I started seeing them getting their ass kicked. I'm like, "Man, he's a terrible motivator." But then they turned tide in the second half. And
so, what jokes did you have ready?
Right, yeah. Can we hear your jokes? Were they better than Mikey TikTok's jokes on Mondays?
I was just going to rag on him for being. I was going to rag. I didn't have any ha jokes. I was just going to rag on him for.
He needed Gobert, and Gobert got that block to end the game.
Yeah, so it was just like Gobert showed up when he needed him to.
Yep.
It's just crazy to me that the Clippers blow this freaking game when the opposing team misses 20 straight shots.
I mean, hey,
20.
You got payoff P, baby. You supposed to win. You know what can you expect? This guy, he just got a massive extension too. I wonder do the Clippers have? If the Clippers lose this series, I know they're going to have buyer's remorse off of that.
Oh, they already do, man.
Yeah.
First of all, they don't have any draft picks for the next century. Second of all, like they're strapped salary cap wise because they locked down playoff P, and Kawhi's going to leave them high and dry, and they're going to be stuck with playoff P and no draft picks. Like they're in rough shape if they don't win this year.
$190 million extension for 4 years, 35.4 guaranteed for this season.
Ouch.
The Tigers are now 25-35, and thankfully there's no ouch from yesterday because the Tigers, they stood out on the defensive side with this 5-3 win over the Mariners in the series opener, and Comerica Park back to full capacity officially.
Nice.
It's crazy. Look at this, two-run home run by Eric Haas.
First inning with a little traffic, and now he has a 1-run lead to work with.
Haas drives one to deep left field. Get out of here. He's done it again. He's unreal.
He said full capacity.
I know. I know. That was my next joke.
They still socially distanced, if you ask me. But
right.
Man, they hella socially distanced.
I saw a fun stat about Eric Haas, though. The exit velocity coming off his bat is at 103 miles an hour. Ohtani's the next on the list, next highest in Major League Baseball at 101. And there's a ton of guys at 96. But he's crushing that ball.
You compare him to Shohei Ohtani at a small level. He ain't hitting no damn 470-foot home runs.
The exit velocity says he can. 103 miles an hour coming off his bat on average. Amazing.
Watch this hit from Shohei Ohtani yesterday.
They're trying to do as much damage as they could.
There's damage right there. Shohei,
Good God. Left-handed bats are so pretty.
So pretty. I love the sound. Anytime he hits that ball, that sound is just so pretty.
Lift and separate. Lift and separate.
You know what else is pretty, though? Yesterday when we hit up Bridge Street Exchange in Somerset Collection, it was so beautiful, and I want you to go there and check them out. They're right across Lululemon and right next to the Starbucks. So go support them. Say what up to Kevin, and just shop at this just beautiful men's clothing store where you could get so many just grooming products. You could get clothing, get some hats, a lot of Michigan products that you could support, and just update that summer wardrobe.
And, you know, little life hack. It's right next to a Lululemon and a Starbucks, so there's some good people watching going on too. So go there, you know, pick up some hats, pick up a shirt, and, you know, you'll see some nice things.
And you don't have to pay that Lulu money there.
Nah.
Get 15% off. Go hop in there right now and tell them that Woodward Sports sent you, Bridge Street Exchange, and shout out to their original location in downtown Fenton.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for being a part of the show this morning. Fish, you got your hand raised. You had something you wanted to say last segment. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, Bridge Street Exchange is pretty, but you know what's not pretty? Yesterday's attendance for the Tigers game.
What was it?
So you know how they allow 8,000 fans, right, before yesterday?
Yep.
They only got 9,081.
Ooh, yeah, in a 40,000 person arena.
They didn't even hit. They were only 1,081 over the actual limit that they were able to allow.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's staffing. I heard staffing's tough to find right now.
No, I think it's out of people's rhythm. Like, you know, we're all creatures of habit, and, you know, part of people's rhythm, I go to Tigers games, you know, the day games on Thursdays and stuff like that. But if you've taken it out of your life for a year and a half, it's tough to just get back in that. I think more people will start going more and more and more.
Is that something you care to go back to now?
Oh, of course.
But are you going to make that effort?
I went out to a nightclub last Saturday because I hadn't been to a club in damn near a year and a half.
How weird was that?
People forgot how to party. Honestly, everybody forgot how to party. And what was, you know, I was talking to the DJ. What's crazy is there's been no, like, good moments made to any songs that have come out in the past year and a half, essentially.
Yes.
Like, no party anthems, nothing that you remember graduating high school with, nothing you remember partying with your boys with.
No personal attachments to this music.
And that's where, you know, like, throwback music, like, that's why it's really great when you hear it, because it reminds you of a good time, or it reminds you of an experience. Everything that came out over the past year and a half just reminded everybody of sitting on their ass at home.
TikTok, that's it.
Yeah. So
garbage-ass TikTok songs.
So we had to throw on, like, some step music to get people on the dance floor, and then hit them with, like, party classics to keep them going, because nothing you could drop in the year and a half would get the party hype. Maybe Best Friend by Saweetie, but that was it. That's it.
And it's crazy when you think about it, because none of us have been around strangers. It's all been around your friends, your family, your people.
Yep.
So you go to a bar where you're there with your one homie, your two, your group of 5, your 10, whatever it is, but it's all strangers. It's probably the weirdest feeling in the world.
It was a strange scene, man. Honestly, it really was. And, you know, people will get back to partying and mingling and bumping and grinding and having fun. You know, there were still people popping bottles and doing the thing. But just the overall vibe was just very, like, separated. You know,
you can separate the people that have been partying illegally these last couple of months versus those that have been at home.
Yeah. So yeah, the club was really weird Saturday. So, but I'm glad everybody's open. You know, there was a decent amount of people there, and like I said, like, people will start going out again. I think it's going to be a slow bleed back into society. Unless you're driving on Southfield. It's a disaster already.
I got to go to like one of them Taco Tuesdays at Mixed Bricktown. There ain't no social distancing in there. Everybody going crazy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I snuck down there just to try out my camera in the low light. And one of my friends is the promoter there. And I walked back there, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
This is at capacity.
It's not like Greektown forgot how to party. Greektown's still going buck wild, too. So. Some people haven't forgot, but yeah, it was just overall a very weird and different experience. And trying to get people to dance with music was tougher than normal. You know, normally you throw on some bangers and everybody's out there, girls shaking their ass up on tables, but it was tougher to get them up on the tables this time.
Yeah, because they got a little bit heavy. All right, no, that was too soon. That was too soon.
Probably, for the next couple of, I guess you could say months until everybody starts making new music and new hits. Probably gonna have to start doing some themes for some of these parties. I don't know, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Play down Dirty South music night. Gonna have to do something.
Yeah, you could do like oversized white T-shirt and throw it back to
oversized white.
Yeah, in my white tee. Hey.
That's the one thing I hated is seeing a 5'6" dude wearing a 4 extra large tall white tee.
Andre 3000 put an end to that in the Walk It Out remix. Remember? Do your mama proud and take that shirt 3 sizes down. So yeah, the clubs are weird. Speaking of articles of clothing that are weird, did you guys see the new Lions design for their hat?
You know what? My friend Brian sent this to me early in the morning, and I thought he was just trolling me because that's what he likes to do. Me and his relationship. We troll the hell out of each other. So I'm like, what the hell, whatever, Brian. And I'm like, I was looking at it again. I'm like, this is effing real?
Yes. And I have a rough time blaming whoever designed this because we are the Lions. Our name starts with an L.
No.
But we've experienced enough L's to where we don't need to wear it right here on our hats.
No. You can blame somebody for that because there was a Lions official that approved that design.
A lot of them. Come on.
The NFL didn't just trickle that hat out.
No, even here with our clothing, we got a couple of stamps of approval.
Right.
You think the Lions organization to put a freaking L behind our logo as a losing organization doesn't know what they're doing? Like, come on. It's ugly, too, on top of that.
Hopefully this is the inverse of a bad omen because, jeez, I'm just like, fuck.
Who wants to wear a big L on their head?
Not me.
Not me. I mean, come on. You could put the D on there. You could spell out Lions. You could do the logo. You could do a lot of things. Throw that hat back up real quick, Alex. Sorry about that, but...
Why are you guys whipping on? It's not a bad hat.
You would wear that. A bad hat. You can take the L.
Hats,
you can take that L off, and we still know that L is there because it's the Lions.
Oh no!
It doesn't look that bad. I don't wear hats, so I wouldn't wear a hat if it had a D or Detroit or Lions. But it's not a bad hat. You guys are whipping on a hat.
I am ripping on a hat.
It's probably the worst Lions hat that I've ever seen in my entire life.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Do the people agree?
Let us know in the chat right now. Do you agree? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Would you rock a big L in a Detroit Lion on your hat? I definitely would not. And the internet is what turned me onto this because Twitter was blowing up.
Look, I listen to
saying
Big L. I won't wear a big L.
Bad things.
Okay.
Bad things. Like, just saying exactly what we're saying. Like, we've seen enough L's with the Lions. Like,
if we're a winning organization and that happens, it won't hit us as hard. But it hurts. It hurts so bad that our own team knows that we lose so much that we got to put an L behind our logo.
And you know what's crazy? I bet you that hat is probably about $45.
Oh yeah, that's a $59.50. It's not cheap. That's for sure. Yeah, see, people are saying it's ugly. They wouldn't buy that hat. That hat sucks.
What if they put a D on it? Would you like it?
Yeah, I'd like it better.
Change?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Fish. If the Lions organization sent us those hats for free, I still wouldn't wear it.
Fact. I hate to say it.
It'd be like my camping hat or like my outdoor hat or something.
Yeah, like you're going in the yard.
Right.
But, and also, too, the Lions, for all the things that they're doing for changing the culture, they need to just do the one thing I think everybody's been asking for a long time. Get rid of that damn logo. That lion is horrendous. I would actually be be happier if they went on some giant stuff and just put lions out there. They have to use their word mark.
I like the 50s lions with
That's
the two
cool
bars
too.
behind it. Like that's my favorite Lions logo of all time. But they did switch the logo. Remember, like that lion is the new lion.
But such minimal changes that they've made to the logo recently.
Yeah,
nah, they need to get rid of that thing altogether. Just use the word mark or go back to the older logo, as you said. But that lion right there, that lion is all misery.
Maybe they're introducing us to the new logo, just that L.
I love Jake's comment here. I was looking for a new Lions hat. I think I'll go get a Wings hat. And that's exactly it. Like, no one wants to wear that L on your head ever, ever, ever. But if we did do a logo change, I wouldn't be mad at it. It just should be Dan Campbell's face.
Yeah.
You guys realize that the L is in the back. The actual lion is in the front of the L.
Yeah, so it translates to losing lions.
That?
Yeah, it's the point of
the L. It stands for lions.
Fish, when you do this to somebody, what does it mean?
That's an insult.
What does it mean, though?
Well, saying loser.
Okay. So if I'm wearing that damn same thing on my hat.
Okay, they're not doing that. It's an L on a hat. It stands for lions.
It's an L on the forehead. It's the same concept.
Okay, but it stands for the team name is the Detroit Lions. Correct or incorrect?
You are correct, sir.
Correct, Detroit Lions. So they're saying there's too many things for D. The D is out there everywhere. People wear the D, so the Lions are like, all right, what can we do to make people know this is Detroit Lions and not just Detroit or Detroit Tigers or just Detroit in general? Put an L, put the Lions logo behind it, Detroit Lions. This is the Lions. They're trying to make it unique. They don't want to just put a D there and say Detroit Lions because people will be like, who is that? Is that just Detroit? Is it the Tigers? Is it the Lions?
Well, they definitely made it unique.
So if you put an L and put a Lions logo, oh, that's the Detroit Lions. You can go to California. Oh, that's the nice Lions logo.
Or it's going to be, hey, nice L on your forehead, losers. That's what they're going to say.
It'll be the easiest way to rip on us now.
Yeah, like we're already easy to take shots at. We can't make it easier. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody already associates us with losing, and I'm sick of that shit.
It's like we got double losing on the front of the hat.
Yeah.
It's like we know it, and then they're reminding us about it at the same time.
Well, you guys rip on them for everything. There's nothing else they could do.
Yeah, they could.
You guys rip on the logo. You guys rip on the hat. What else can they do?
I don't mind the logo.
You guys rip on the color. There's nothing else they can do. Just don't.
They can do everything,
nothing.
Fish. They can change the color. They can change the logo. They can change everything about it.
Well,
what do you mean they can do nothing?
No, they're putting out the colors and the Lions logo and all that, and you guys hate it.
Yeah, but you look at the Pistons. How happy were we every single time? Every single time the Pistons sent us merch. It was so awesome. We were all excited. We were talking about, man, it's so cold what the Pistons just did with that new release and that new release. They get it.
With their new releases, you see that they actually sat down and like, okay, how can we make this fit this Detroit vibe, this Detroit mantra? You know, even when they went, you know, go back to Dumars, going from the teal back to the, you know, the original color,
right.
and the Pistons still slightly changed their logo over the years. They didn't go to nothing this bad. I mean, it is an L on your head. An L
with the Lions logo.
No, it's an L.
It's an L on your head.
It's an L. It's an L.
I don't care what you think it stands for. It's an L on your head. Society knows what an L on your head means.
All right. Well, they obviously did it for a reason.
Right,
you guys try it.
It was budget cuts.
It's a lot harder than
the graphic design team went on Fiverr.com and made a hat.
Let's put a Lions logo on the hat. It takes time.
That's what that hat is.
It takes time, takes money to make a hat. It takes probably 50 or 60 people to approve it.
That's 50 or 60
people
that should get fired.
You know what I have a problem with? I have a problem that somebody makes more than any of us in this room combined got paid to okay that design.
According to Fish, 50 people got okayed on that design.
Well, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably more people, but it's not as easy as, ooh, put a D on a hat, put a Lions logo, boop.
It really is, though. It really is.
Detroit Dabbler 313, that logo looks like the lion is jumping off a ledge.
Do we know any... Kory, you're the Lions guy. Can you get us the hookup for whoever put the logo? Do you know any people who have a say in the Lions?
When I go today, I actually have to start getting ready for it soon. When I go today, I'm going to ask them about that hat.
Please.
Hopefully I don't get escorted off the premises, and if I do, I'm blaming you.
Well, blame me because I say it's a good hat.
Yeah, if you see someone, you better pull the Jake Paul on them and be like, got your hat. You don't wear that L around here. Don't ever wear that L around here.
That is the one
so
time
if
I
they
would
do
prove
kick you
Jake
out,
Paul
it
to
shows
somebody.
you that they like the hat and they put a lot of time
You know
and
what
work
we need
into
to
the
do?
hat.
We need to have Justin redesign that with a W behind it.
But what does that stand for?
Winner!
Okay, but it has
stand for
nothing
winner.
to do with Detroit Lions.
You know what? They could even.
That's what the
There's
problem,
no W
Fish.
in the
We
Lions.
need winning to be associated with the Lions.
You see W in the Lions? No.
William Clay Ford.
There
That's
you
what
go.
it stands for.
Yep. Boom. So,
There you go.
It's
Got you
already,
covered.
It's already on the
Okay,
jersey.
but it's not
it's
in
part
the
of the brand.
Detroit
Boom.
Lions.
Hey, Mike, you should put that. You should put that on Twitter right now. We should do a poll. Love it or hate it for the Detroit Lions new hat.
Yeah, can you throw that up there? Twitter poll coming at you live.
And honestly, if it ain't 100% hate it, I'm going to be pissed.
At Woodward Sports, go on Twitter right now
And they were talking
vote
about
on this poll.
putting that WCF logo off the jersey.
Yeah, I know they were
that?
talking about that. They were wondering when the good time is for that, and I don't even want to get in that conversation because
I mean, what, he passed away
I'm leaving
7
that-
years ago or
that's
so?
well, there's never a good time.
Yeah,
I mean,
so if
honestly,
they're going to take it off the jersey and they can't stick it on a hat,
I
then
Yeah, but
people
it's
are
like
going to be
Mr.
pissed
Illich.
even more. They'll say, oh, you just took it off a jersey to put it on a hat.
It's like Mr. Illich. I don't
Then you
see
guys
them
are
ever
gonna
getting
get
rid of
pissed.
that
There's nothing
patch.
that can make you happy. They're trying their hearts out. They're
I'm
putting
not
their
gonna-
hearts, they're putting their soul,
if
they're
that's
putting
their
their time.
best, it's not
They're
good
putting their
enough.
money.
I will say this: I'm not going to tell a woman to take her deceased father's initials off of his team.
Right.
if that's what they choose to do, so be it.
Yeah.
But,
I
hey,
still have my cat's first toy, and I hold on to it. Like,
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's a freaking patch. That's an
Yeah.
honorary patch.
No, to the guy who built the Lions essentially, and say what you want about the organization. There's
It
only
is.
one of 32, and we got one of them here in Detroit. So suck it up, Buttercup. MyBookie.com. Make sure you go there and place your bets today. I'm going to step back. Yesterday I went 0-3. Sorry to everybody who took my bets yesterday.
That's no different than Maz when he goes 0-3
Yeah,
sometimes.
first attempt at Adam's bets, and I royally botched it.
Hey,
so let me
good
make it up
news.
to you.
Good news. It can't get worse.
It's only going up.
Okay, then fine. I'll do it. I'll do my bets right
Come on,
now.
Stick, you can do this, buddy.
Alex, you got the graphic for the bets. Let's throw it up real
can
quick.
do it.
We'll run through 3 real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Yesterday, I was 0-3. I don't know why.
That face Stick is giving there is, Adam, where are you? Please come back.
No, that's me looking up at myself in disappointment. That's what that is.
We're
Like,
trying to
you
comprehend
idiot.
that new Lions hat. One or the other.
But I did bet too, so yeah, I lost that money as well. But let's get it back tonight, and you know what? Let me make it up to you. Give you a free $10 at MyBookie. You can sign up right now. Go to mybookie.com. Enter promo code Woodward10. But the bets I have for tonight, the Nuggets. I'm with you, Kory. I think they're gonna steal Game 2 in Phoenix. They're plus 200. I'm just taking the money line in this. I didn't love the spread. It was plus 6.5. So, yeah, I'm taking the money line because I don't exactly know how much they're going to win by, but I feel they can squeeze one out. And once again, taking a page out of Adam's playbook, the Bruins and the Islanders tonight. I'm going over on the 5.5 goals. Last night, only 4 goals in the game, so didn't win that one, but 5.5 is where we want to be. And this one's for you, Fish, because I'm trying my hardest. And even though I went 0-3 yesterday, and I have a bunch of L's on my head, you'll still support me, which I love you for. Slovakia versus Poland in soccer. I got this coming to a draw. The spread was, I think Slovakia is the underdog in this. Poland is the favorite by a half a goal, and the over-under was 1.5. So I didn't feel comfortable with any of those, so I'm going with the draw on Slovakia and Poland. And hopefully tomorrow I'm sitting here and I'm like, we're 3-3, baby. But make sure you go to mybookie.com, enter promo code Woodward10, and get those bets in today.
You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
How do I even come after that?
This is the only time I'm going to be calm because I'm certainly not during the show. Poor Joy.
I'm Drake Bill. I'm here.
Legion and Bell every day right here on Woodward Sports from 11 to 1.
Hey, welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network. It is Wednesday, so that's when we do our Coney Review. And Joey, this time we went right around the block, right?
Yeah, we went right around the block to Leo's Coney Island. And I'm going to be honest, Leo's is one of my favorite Coneys just to go get lunch. And honestly, I don't always get the Coney when I'm there. I like the chicken finger pita and all that. But we had to go give their wiener a taste, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Wiener snap.
Wiener snap.
I was satisfied.
So let's check it out right now. All right, it's Wednesday, so it's time for another Coney review. Joey, this time we're not too far from the studio in Birmingham.
Down the street, and this is a personal favorite, Leo's Coney Island. I love their Coneys here, so I know it's going to be good.
Yeah, we're on Woodward. This is Old Woodward. This is Leo's. Let's go try it out.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Dude, where's the outfit?
No! Our studio's on the street. I got to go get it.
All right, go put it on.
All right, fine. It's Coney time.
All right, Joey, we're here at Leo's Coney Island. Now, there's a lot of Leo's around Metro Detroit, but we're here in Birmingham, right by the studios, because we had to make this quick, which was good, because you forgot this.
Yeah, easy when you touch my wiener, but I'm going to be honest, Leo's is my favorite.
Really?
Leo's Coney is one of my favorite places. I always come here to get lunch, so might be a little biased on this.
Well, you can already see the char on the dog, so you know it's got a nice snap on it. They feel like they toasted this a little bit, the bun. You want to do the wiener touch?
Yeah, let's do the wiener touch. Oh, wow, that's a messy one today.
My mouth's watering already.
Hot. Oh.
Hot. Got that pop on it, though. The wiener snap. We finally found the snap.
How you doing? How you doing? Enjoying my wiener snap. We're doing a Coney review. We go around trying different Coneys, so we have to come to Leo's. We'll tell you about that one. Thank you. And this is a really good one. See, this is my thing. Leo's chili is one of my favorites.
See, I just put a huge piece of onion, though.
Ooh. Yeah.
Good, though.
Them big onions will ruin it. That dog.
The dog's perfect.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? I've always loved Leo's chili, but the more that we've been going around all these other ones, it makes you realize that their chili's good, but it's not like crazy. Like a lot of these other places got like specialty chili.
It's pretty good. It's mild, not too spicy, lots of onions. So if you like onions, this is a spot for you. I'm gonna give it like an 82. We'll probably go more because of the snap.
Go a little bit higher. The chili could definitely be a little bit better.
Okay.
More homemade. And the onions are definitely way too big. And the taste on the onions, it doesn't stand out like compared to the other ones. So I'm going to probably give it an upper, like 80, 86 probably on this one.
All right, 82 for me, 86 for Joey.
Upper B.
Good wiener snap, though. If you like the snap, this is the spot.
It sounds right, boy.
Ooh, that was good.
This wiener is satisfied.
So yeah, Coney review. I gave it an 82.
I gave it a friendly 86.
Absolutely delicious. Leo's, like I said, there's a ton around the Motor City, so if you see one, stop at one. They grilled the hot dogs really good. I like that.
That's the first time we had it grilled.
Like charred,
It's kind of like it was like a home-style barbecue.
Yeah, so make sure you hit up Leo's. Tell us where we should go next. Where's your favorite Coney in Metro Detroit? We'll drive to it. Ooh, that was some good eating yesterday, man. Really, the hot dog is what made it, like we were saying. We haven't gotten many, like, burnt hot dogs, and I like that little burn char on it like you get at a campfire.
That's normally how you get them. You just get them steamed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was still good. I like that. But, I mean, that wiener snap is such a big deal when you're eating these because it gives you that feel. That feel that it was a little home-style barbecue, like I said.
Yeah, so if you guys got a spot that we need to visit anywhere in Metro Detroit, let us know. Or actually, maybe even on our way up to Petoskey, we'll stop by and find a Coney on there. Or if there's one in Petoskey, we can do one there.
What are they going to have, like Petoskey-style Coneys?
They got to be better than Flint-style Coneys. Love you, Flint, but those Coneys, man, that was wretched.
Still paying for it.
Yeah, that was not a good experience. Positive life-changing moment.
Don't make Art come in here and school you guys.
Right.
On
Hey,
good
Art
Coneys.
will admit it.
Yeah.
If Art doesn't admit it, he's bullshitter.
So, yeah, if you got a Coney that you want us to visit, let us know. I know we still got to hit up Portillo's on the east side. That's one that is on my list, but there's a couple others that people have suggested to us. So we'll make sure we hit them with Coney Reviews. We do them every Wednesday right here on the Woodward Sports Network. There you go. Super Chief in Pontiac. We got to try that.
Super Chief.
That's right down Woodward, so we're down with that. And when we come back, Kory is going to give us an update on what happened yesterday at Lions training camp. Plus, he got to ask Dan Campbell a question that really has been the biggest news in the media the past week about the Lions and really doesn't have anything to do with football. So we'll talk about that next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch this morning. We appreciate you. Kory was out yesterday at, is it OTAs or what is this specific?
It's a mandatory minicamp.
Mandatory minicamp now, okay.
Except if your name's Aaron Rodgers.
Yes. He's not invited to our minicamp anyway, so stay the hell out of Allen Park, Aaron Rodgers. Tell us a little bit about how it went yesterday, man. I know you took some great pictures, so we got those to look at. Plus, you were able to talk to Dan Campbell a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll start with just the vibe I saw yesterday with the minicamp. You know, the first couple of weeks, you know, it was just with the voluntary OTAs. It was a little bit more lighthearted. It seemed like guys were just kind of, you know, getting to know each other, mingling, running through some drills, you know, getting some familiarity with what each other does. Then yesterday, they were going through some real hardcore drills. And one thing that I saw was that how lighthearted the coaches were the first 2 weeks. You still saw some of that there, but they were a lot more hands-on yesterday. And one guy in particular that stuck out to me, besides Dan Campbell, because I'm like, this guy on the field is a huge man. This is a huge dude. Like, I know everybody says it, but Dan Campbell looks like he can go suit up right now and at least play a couple of snaps.
Who's photo credit on this?
Oh, you know me. You know, what can I say? You know,
photo credit Kory Woods.
Photo credit Kory Woods, Woodward Sports. But
that's a great picture too, with the out of focus players and then the in focus coach. Like, honestly, that's a really great picture.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just
Who is that?
That is Levi.
Levi? Ooh, dang.
Levi's a big man.
Yes.
That's a big man.
That is a large fella.
And this is what I was just about to get into. I'm not Dan Campbell. Deuce Staley. To me, he was just the guy that stuck out to me because he was the loudest on the field. Dan Campbell was out there. He was coaching. He was doing his thing. But Deuce Staley, you heard him. When I talked to Joyke and I was wanting to get the correct name for the drills. They were going through some bag drills. Deuce was on the running backs hard. He was getting their grill. He was really demanding. He was nitpicking. He praised Jamal Williams so much. I think, and Jamal Williams again, maybe a jokester in the interviews. When he's out in that practice field, it was all business. He was playing. At least from what I can see, looked like he was busting his ass on those drills because Deuce Staley just kept applauding him, saying that's what he wanted to see. DeAndre Swift, he rode him a little bit.
Okay,
he rode him a little bit.
He's a second-year player.
Yeah. So, and I guess he's just trying to groom him, things that he's seeing because, hey, say what you want, Deuce Staley was a good ass running back.
Hell yeah,
and he has a whole drill named after him at the combine, the Deuce Staley drill. So I
didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
wow.
I mean, the fact that the Lions have this guy now coaching their running backs, it is much needed. And even outside of the bag drills, when they were doing their 7-on-7s, Deuce Staley was out there talking trash. Anytime the offense did something, he was out there just talking smack. It backed up to what Dan Campbell was talking about with the rivalries within the coaching staff, where the guys are just kind of playfully trash talking each other to bring the best of each other. But it was great. I'm trying to temper the expectation for everybody, but it was really good to see. Everybody, even the media members were there. They got a kick out of everything that they say. Can't tell you everything that happened, but it was a really good showing.
Is the energy staying up like it was?
Oh yeah,
like
the
last
energy,
week.
The energy has. That's the one thing I would say. The tone from seriousness has changed.
Okay.
The energy, no drop off.
I feel like last time it was like a feel good. Hey guys, we're all back together.
Right, like the boys are here.
Yeah, the boys are here.
I equated it to like you're starting college. You got your first day on campus where everybody's moving day. Everybody's moving in, and then the second week of the voluntary OTAs was like the freshman orientation. Everybody's mingling, or first week of class, or what you want to say it. Now we're into the second week classes. You already got your books and you already got your books. You got your class schedule. Now they're about to start hitting you with the assignments, and that's what yesterday was. They were getting hit with the assignments, and some guys passed. Some guys didn't look like they were kind of failing. Saw some missed assignments out there from the offense. Looked like kind of guys were just still kind of getting know each other's spots. Jared Goff, man, I don't want to go down this whole rabbit hole of telling everybody he's about to be great, but damn, he can sling it. That's all I'm gonna say.
So what about Jared Goff, like the way he is as a leader amongst his receiving core? Because obviously we got a young, new receiving core, and is it something that you like seeing?
It's nothing. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I haven't really seen too much of Goff's rapport with the wide receivers, so to say. But I have seen Dan Campbell talking to him a lot, pointing things out to him. Just kind of reiterating what he's looking for. Then Jared Goff goes back out there and he does it. So
coachable. Is the word. Coachable is the word.
and I think Jared Goff kind of spoke on that in the post OTAs. I'm confusing myself. Post minicamp presser, where he just said that he's enjoying the level of involvement that he has had with the offense. Some things that they've talked about,
right?
They were they may have had some disagreements.
He was very careful though how he was wording that, as not to bash McVay and the Rams. He was like, but it's nice to finally have this. Not saying they didn't give it, and it was like you're saying it without saying it. Like he was very diplomatic.
That was definitely what he was doing, because he even said even the things that he disagreed with, that him and maybe Dan and Anthony Lynn disagreed with, he said the conversation was still great.
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking of conversations, you got to ask Dan Campbell about the hoopla about the dude wearing a damn helmet, because he's going to be at the Grand Prix this weekend as the Grand Marshal. And also, we're going to be out there, so make sure you look for Woodward Sports at the Grand Prix. But you had to ask him about the national media not really getting it with Dan Campbell. And here's the conversation.
Kory Woods, first question.
Hey, Dan, over the past couple of weeks, from the comment about the kneecaps in your introductory press conference last week, wearing the helmet to talk about the Grand Prix, which I thought was pretty cool, you've caught your fair share of criticism from the media. What do you think that is that some media members are missing about the way that you're trying to connect with the city?
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm not worried about it. I get it. There again, my whole thing, it was kind of a joke. The helmet was sitting here, and so... But it was also like, hey, man, it's the Detroit Grand Prix. I think that would be a pretty cool deal for our people, our fans, to see that. And I think if I'm associated with the Grand Prix, it's like, hey, man, that's pretty cool. And so that's really as far as it went. I'm not worried about the criticism. Look, I'm going to get criticized either way. That's what you guys do, and everybody outside of this world, And ultimately, I'm going to be judged on wins and losses. And so that's just, there again, I was just kind of keeping it light. Look, those things aren't going to happen during the season. I'm not. But right now, I'm just kind of being me. I'm having a good time with it. And so I hope that answers it, Kory.
I hope that answers it, Kory. The thing that I took away from that is this won't be happening during the regular season. This is it was just sitting there. I put it on. People are making a big deal out of it. Once it's game time, it's going to be game time. So quit worrying about this shit.
And they're like, come on, you can't have a personality. I get it, our last coaches are tool bags, but he's still a human being. That's who Dan Campbell is, and I respect him for not really worrying about the media so much and being him true self.
I'm going to say something without saying it. You know, here's an example of how to do it, Jay Williams. The vibe that is being set now in Allen Park from a few people that I've talked to, it is a night and day difference than what has been going on the past 3 years. The whole vibe, it seemed the media, from the media members to the players to people who were just around, anybody that was on that practice field yesterday and the past couple of weeks, everybody is enjoying being there. I've literally heard, I can't say who, I just literally heard from people with that this has not been the vibe there. Matt Patricia really did do a number on that organization, from the on the field product to how just everybody was reacting at Allen Park. So the fact that they now have a guy in there who is just making things just lighthearted, chill, but still a serious work environment, what's the problem? Like he said, he's just having fun with it right now. The season has not started. If he's doing this stuff during the regular season, okay, you want to nitpick at that, okay, cool, fine, have at it. But it was voluntary OTAs. He got selected to be the Grand Marshal for the Detroit Grand Prix. I hate that people sometimes, well, a lot of times now, because we're in the clickbait era, take stuff out of context just to get views and ratings, and not using the thing between your ears. I don't want to do the R. Kelly meme. Use your brain, use your mind, and understand that's what it is.
You're not going to catch the coach in the loser hat. I love that. Yeah, if Dan Campbell was out there rocking it, I may have given it some more credit, but no, he
should rock the hat. He should rock it today.
Yeah, no, I'd prefer him wear that Grand Prix helmet over that hat. He could wear that at mini camp.
I guarantee you, if any of the players rock that hat over the next week, everyone's going to change their mind. They're going to be like, oh, nice hat. And then you guys are going to change your opinion the next morning and say that's a great hat.
I'm going to buy it for you.
Well, I don't wear hats.
Well, you're going to wear the L on your forehead with pride.
Okay, well, I don't wear hats.
I'm going to get you a T-shirt with that logo on.
I'm just telling you that is a good hat, and you guys are bashing the hat.
So outside of Dan Campbell and Deuce Staley, we saw a little bit of footage of Mark Brunell coaching. Any players stood out to you?
Jace, I'm gonna say his name, Jason Kabinda. I think that's his name.
Okay.
He's the fullback. That is a big ass dude. That's a big ass dude. But the one thing I did like is Goff had a couple of nice passes to him. So I don't know if they're gonna be involved in the fullback at any catches or anything like that. But he definitely stood out to me. Goff. I want to know what's going on with Derek Brooks. I didn't really see him. I saw him out there, but I didn't really see him getting too many drills. He had his helmet off for a lot of time, so I'm gonna pay attention to that and see if he gets out there today. I don't know whether
What about Okudah? Were you able to get any eyes on him?
Okay, didn't get any eyes on Okudah, but I did get eyes on Tracy Walker, and he looked damn good during those 7-on-7s. Again, everybody. No competition going on right now. These guys are just now getting familiar with each other, so don't want to just be like, oh, they look great. They're about to go out here and go do the playoffs. Not going all that far. Just saying these guys look good, look like they're having fun, but we're going to see what's really going to happen out there.
The Twitter poll is in, Fish, about the hat. So far, we have about 100 votes. 83% hate it.
Well, 83% of people don't know what good taste in for a sports team. Joey, if you put that the logo of the hat on a T-shirt, I would wear it.
I'm not putting any effort towards that logo. I'm sorry. I was just saying it.
Well, I'm just telling you, if it's on a T-shirt, I don't wear it. If
that.
It's on a hat, I don't wear hats, so I'm not going to wear it. But
people are saying we should get a One Pride hat. I think that I'd rock a One Pride hat.
Because it's made by you, not the Detroit Lions, is that why?
Because it's not an L on my forehead. It has nothing to do with the Lions. I love the Lions. I have plenty of Lions hats at home. I have the throwback 52 hat or 54 hat with the 2 bars.
That's sweet.
I got updated ones. I got the game hats from back in the day. I got 5950s. I love hats. I wear hats all the time. I'm not putting an L on my forehead.
Well, they obviously have a reason because they thought it through. They're not just going to say, ooh, this looks good. They got like a bunch of people. They probably have people in their 60s, people in their 10s, people in their 30s who are proofreading this to see because it's target the demographic.
Yeah, I would not let my 10-year-old wear an L on his forehead
So
either.
they're looking over the demographic. Right, okay.
Dude, can you imagine that? You get torn
The
apart in grade
20-year-olds
school.
aren't going to wear it.
Huh?
So let's veto it. They have the demographic in front of them. They know, like, oh, this will fit this demographic. This won't fit this demographic, so we won't wear this. Oh, well, this will... Because the hat generation is not for everyone.
Fish,
It's
quit
for
lying
specific
to
people.
yourself.
I'm not lying to myself.
You're lying to
the
yourself.
The hat demographic is not for everyone. So they're looking at the target market for who's going to wear the hat. They obviously someone has an appeal.
Hey, Fish, man, I love you. I love you, man. You do a great job, but that hat is probably one of the worst baseball caps, hats, football hats, whatever you want to say. That's one of the worst Lions hats I've ever seen in my life. That right, it's a bad omen. I'm not saying a hat is going to determine the whole season, but geez, an L on top of an L, because the Lions already stand that logo already stands for an L in itself.
Well, when Dan Campbell wears that hat and you come in next morning, you three, and come and suck him off and saying what a great hat he's wearing.
I didn't see Dan wear that hat out there.
Suck him off.
That's what you guys are going to do. When Dan Campbell wears that hat over the next week, you guys are going to say, oh, what a great hat, Joey. You see him wearing that hat? Yeah, I saw Dan Campbell wearing that hat.
Yeah, and it looked like shit on him, too.
We just need a kneecap hat, and
Did
I think
you make
everybody would
this
be
hat,
happy.
Fish?
Yeah, Fish.
Fish made this hat. That's what it is.
Do your cousin design this or something?
Are you smashing the girl that designed it or something?
I'm not. I just saw the hat with you guys, and I'm like, oh, it's not a terrible hat. I mean, it's an L for the Lions, and it's the lion, the logo on a hat.
I love Jake
There's
Wagner's.
an L, and then there's a lion.
I love Jake Wagner's comment on YouTube. He said, when you'd rather have a D on your forehead.
Legit.
I'd rather have that D than the L. I never thought I'd say that. Thank you for that, Ryan. We appreciate you guys in the chat. It's always so much fun and entertainment.
It was Jake, not Ryan.
Oh, sorry, Jake. No, wait. I thought oh, yeah, it was Jake. Sorry. So, Kory, outside of all of that, anything else that you took away from the mini camp yesterday, and how are they treating you, I guess, is something I want to know, too, because you said, like, the first day they had walkout music to you, and you mentioned something yesterday that people had mentioned to you that the previous regime, you would not be able to do the things you're currently doing, watching. Like, if you left a certain restricted area, it was throwing you to the wolves.
Yeah, just couple, there are some former players there, and I'm not going to say anybody's name, but they were just saying, like, hey, this wasn't the vibe last year. You were under Patricia. If you moved out of your designated area, you were going to get escorted out, and may have heard some unflattering language to accompany that. So that's the this is all really new to me, because like I said, last year I was supposed to go to my go to mini camp. So this is my first go around with the mini camps, even for covering the team. And now it's just being able to see little things and trying to understand what I'm watching. Text Joik yesterday, just asked about a couple of things, and if I see some stuff today, might reach out to him again, like, okay, hey, what's going on here? What's going on here? And right now I'm just a sponge. So whatever I see today when I go out there, going to be actually going to be heading up there very shortly. I'll just go ahead and document what I see and just continue to keep on growing from there.
Yeah, well, thank you for going out there. You're going out again today, so have
today
fun.
And tomorrow.
Yep, it's going to be hot out
Man,
there.
that heat. Oof.
Take care of yourself, Kory.
That's the one thing that was yesterday. It was like, when on my way there, I thought it was going to get canceled for me anyway, because the rain started coming. I'm like, crap. Should I just go ahead and turn back around and go to the studio? But, yeah.
Well, have fun out there today, Kory. Take some more good pictures. Get any good clips. Make sure you send them for Baligian and Bell or the Hook to play back, so you guys can get the full experience with Kory at minicamp down in Allen Park. And we got Joey's News coming up next. You ready for it, Joey?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joey's News on the way right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Ever since Kory's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot. And really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Kory? I didn't even touch you.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Aaron Rodgers sending a powerful message over to the Packers. Decided to hold out on the team minicamp and showing the team that he is willing to go to the extreme measures just to make a point here. And it's just like, if you're going to retire, just retire. You're trying to get this trade. The team already came out and said that they're not going to trade you. So I don't know what he's trying to get out of this whole deal.
His way.
But what does this really get you?
His way. I mean, listen, he obviously feels slighted by them. The relationship is obviously too far gone to be fixed.
Yep.
He doesn't need anything from them, so I don't think he cares what he gets from them.
And that's the thing, too, is like you see other
Can't
players
believe I'm
coming out.
defending Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but there's even other players coming out defending Aaron Rodgers, too. And here's a clip of former Wolverine and Harrison wide receiver Devin Funchess, who did opt out of last season, so you're going to see him now in a Packers uniform. And he spoke to the media on their reactions to Aaron Rodgers.
I already learned from a situation by leaving a Hall of Fame quarterback who retired on me. So to go into this situation, it's the next man up, and everybody needs to stop thinking about everything, and everybody needs to understand, mind each other's business, and we play with the 11 that we have in the building. So we need to just, all the media and everybody else, they need to understand this. Let the man handle his business, and then we play with the 11 that we have on the field at that time. I've been there to the dance. I've been there with experience. You play with the 11 you have, and you do your best every play, and that's how you win. So I need everybody personally just to let him do what he does and understand the 11 that we line up with on the field, that's who we're going to have fun with at that time. Don't matter what number the jersey is, no matter none of that. We're here to have fun and go win the Super Bowl for this town and this team.
Rodgers is done.
Yeah, it's over, man. It's over.
I can't believe we're saying this.
Can you imagine that this is how Aaron Rodgers goes out? I was thinking about this the other day. You know how I love the would you rather. Like, would you rather have that Super Bowl that Aaron Rodgers got you in the turmoil that you're facing now, or just have had a smooth career and nothing ever happened? You know, and you go out like Stafford. Would you rather have like a Stafford-style exit from Detroit or a Rodgers-style exit from Green Bay, but with a Super Bowl? Yeah.
I mean, listen, the ring's the ring. It doesn't matter what. Like, these are grown-ass men. They're all making their own opinions and decisions in life, and there's going to be some that you don't agree with. You still got to look back and say, hey, thank you, Aaron Rodgers, for all the good years that you gave us.
Right.
But it sucks the way that we're ending.
I just know that Stafford is throwing a dartboard at Aaron Rodgers' head. Like, the one effing time I decide to go ahead and leave Detroit, you decide to go ahead and leave too. And I could have been the for sure best quarterback in the division.
Yep. Yeah, no, clear, far and away. So we're going to see what Jordan Love's got to offer this year, apparently, at least in a couple games to start the season. But, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, you know what I could see Aaron Rodgers doing, though? Just swinging that thing and walking in the Saturday before their first game and being like, no, I'm starting. And screwing up the whole process that they have going on.
He can't. If he does that again, I mean, don't Brett Favre him.
That's the way to do it, though. Like, if you really want to screw them, you show up late, like super late, because now they got to make a decision, and the fans' pressure is on them. Because if they don't start Aaron Rodgers and he comes out and he's benched the first game and they start losing and Jordan Love is playing, my God, it's going to tear apart that whole organization. It's going to be the fans versus the GM versus Aaron Rodgers, and Let's let that happen. I'm here for all of that.
Oh, let's not get this, like, as me and my cousin like to say, we like to quote what Herm Edwards said one time, let's don't get this thing twisted. I want all of the Green Bay Packers turmoil.
9/20, that's the day that the Packers play the Lions.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we do not see Aaron Rodgers, but then you know what's going to happen. Jordan Love's going to come out and ball out on us.
Waiting on you, Joey.
Oh, yeah, I'm in my news. Hey, that always happens to me. Like, we're talking for so long, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wait, we're still in the news segment. We continue to the 2020-2021 NBA MVP.
We need cricket sounds for this
part. Goes to Nikola Jokic, the Joker. And here is Adam Silver breaking a meeting for them to present this news to him. Super cool.
Sure, we turn our attention to Commissioner Adam Silver, who wants to take us through a couple of things. Adam, the floor is yours. Good to see you.
You too, Coach. And sorry to interrupt your meeting. As you said, I have some important news. That is that it's my honor to announce that Nikola Jokic is this year's Kia Most Valuable Player. Congratulations, Nikola.
Becomes the first player drafted in the second round to win MVP in the common draft era, and you see it there in that video. Number 41 overall pick.
Love it. Love it.
The MVP got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
Yeah, explain that. Explain that to me.
Well, you know how they normally do the Lions, like when it's our second or third round pick, it'll be like they'll give a whole profile on who the Bills drafted right before us, but then it's the Lions pick, and they cut to commercial.
Right.
And then the name will just pop up in the bar at the bottom of the screen. That's what happened with Joker.
So how does Taco Bell got to be playing off of this?
If they don't, they better. I mean, they need to call him today with some type of sponsorship or whatever.
Yep. Wendy's would have done it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so there's no like draft night footage of Jokic getting drafted. It's a Taco Bell commercial, and then his name appearing at the bottom of the screen on the scroll.
Dude, Taco Bell for life at the bare minimum.
That's bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Joel Embiid, 40 was enough for the 76ers to tie the series at 1 apiece. The 76ers 118 last night. The Hawks 102. And Joel is the first Sixers player to drop a 40-piece in a playoff game since Allen Iverson in 2003.
AI, baby.
Practice.
Listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, we talking about practice.
And B getting that practice in.
Yes. And we see Donovan Mitchell going off 45 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds on 53% field goal shooting. 32 of those points coming in the second half.
That's a goat sound.
Yep. He'll get there. He'll get to that GOAT status.
Yeah, he's well on his way, man. Like, God, I just love his game. I love how fluid it is.
So compare him to someone like a Dame. It's just the explosiveness that I feel like with a Dame that you get. He has kind of like the Steph Curry impact.
He's got like longer strides, so he's a lot more like slithery, I guess is a good way to put it.
Silky,
like
game is silky smooth.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just fluid, very fluid.
The craziest part to me though is the reminder is the Clippers. I'll still never get over this. The Clippers losing this game after the opposing team misses 20 straight shots.
Yep. That's a fun stat.
In the NBA, 20 straight missed shots. Like, I want to know how many times, even if this has ever happened, because that's a lot of shots.
It is a lot of shots to miss in a row. I mean, you're giving them 20 possessions, even if they're shooting, 40%, you're still
garbage.
You're giving them at least 16 points. Like, that's a lot.
And the Tigers standing out on the defensive side in this 5-3 win over the Mariners in the series opener yesterday. And Comerica Park back to full capacity, guys. You see it in this video.
Traffic, and now he has a 1-run lead to work with.
Haas drives one to deep left field. Get out of here. He's done it again. He's unreal.
Look at them stands packed there on the Eric Haas 2-run home run.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's full capacity doesn't necessarily mean it's going to sell out. Let's be honest.
9,000 Fish gave us the update. There was 9,000 fans in a 41,000 capacity Comerica Park Stadium.
Yeah, on a Tuesday night. That's normal. Honestly, it is. Like, we got spoiled from 06 to about 12, and outside of that, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's because the team's bad.
Yeah.
If it was any other team, it'd be 20, 30,000 people in there.
But it's still a nice night at the ballpark.
And we got to give a shout out to my people over at Northwestern Tech.
Hold on, wait. Before you do that, Kory, you had something to add to the news?
Oh, yeah. These are former Detroit Pistons player and former Detroit Lions player. So let's go to the Pistons part. Per The Athletic, and hopefully I'm reading this right, per The Athletic, the Lakers, who once said they wanted Andre Drummond back.
I know where you're going with this.
They are unlikely to re-sign Andre Drummond unless he takes the veteran minimum.
Oh, I thought you were going to go, because I saw a story that the Lakers promised him a starting role to get him as a free agent.
Yeah, so they did. I was going to go to that next. They did get him. They did promise a starting position to get him to sign when he was a free agent, but they're now saying, reports are, unless he takes the veteran minimum, they are not going to bring him back. So they do want him back.
For nothing.
Just for basically nothing.
I mean, with the Lakers, though, what is this right? $800,000 with the Lakers?
Well, because he got bought out and he probably decided to sign the veteran minimum just to, for the rest of the season.
Right, and the Cavs paid the majority of the $20 million they owed him and all that stuff. So, yeah, the Lakers probably only out of pocket $800K on him.
That's crazy. You look at Andre Drummond every single year, about $20 mil. 20 mil.
And we sit up here and clown the dude.
And then the second part, a guy that I think you guys all love, Nate Burleson, won a sports Emmy for outstanding sports personality and studio analyst.
For what? Getting knocked out?
Was it for the Nickelodeon? No, not Nate Robinson.
Nate Burleson. Burleson. I love Burleson. I was like, Nate Robinson.
No, he won an Emmy for
those are cool.
Won an Emmy with, he's with CBS Sports, Emmy for outstanding sports personality and studio analyst.
Oh, I thought he did it for that Nickelodeon broadcast that he did. That would have been sweet, because that I love that Nick football game, man. That was fun to watch. So good for Nate Burleson.
He still got that Lion Blood brand or no?
Yep.
He does? Oh, wow. I thought he was done before.
No, because he still shows lots of love to Detroit.
Yeah. He
actually was commenting on Dan Campbell the other day, just saying, how much he loved the culture shift and how much he loved him here in Detroit, and that it's going to change things here. So Burleson's on the kneecap bandwagon. So
Burleson is, Calvin Johnson is,
Rob Sims,
Lomas Brown.
Yep.
A lot of guys, lot of former players are filling Campbell. It remains to be seen, though.
That career is off, and it's going to be the man, shining.
Oh, and now it's time for me to head to the OTAs.
It's time?
Have a good time,
keep
Kory.
saying, you tricked me, Stick. It's minicamp.
Minicamp. Come on, Kory. You're a professional writer of America.
I'm out.
Hall of Famer, soon to be. Hey, Northwestern Tech, shout out to them real quick, because I love everything that they do and the things that they provide to their students, because it's only a 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program. And let's be honest, when school drags and it goes years and years and years, that's not motivating to these students. This is the HVAC school that works. They are so good that they're going to get you in this new career, trained as a professional in only 10.5 months. So visit northwesterntech.edu right now to learn more.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
It is now time for the world-famous Mr. Fish and his facts. Fish, you ready to do it, buddy?
Sure, yes.
What do you got for us today, my friend?
Well, we have a lot of basketball today, as yesterday was basketball. We have no video today. We'll do a video tomorrow. We start with your favorite guy, Stick. Shake Milton.
Yes.
He looked good last night. He got 14 points, 5 for 8 shooting, 4 for 5 from three-point. He was plus 15 in the first 14 minutes of the game, the second highest under 15 minutes by a Sixer in a playoff game since 1997.
Damn.
So he looked very good last night.
Dude, I'm telling you,
go Sixers.
He was the difference in the game last night for sure. That guy came on the court, and I'm like, who the hell is Shake Milton? And I learned last night who the hell Shake Milton was.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
We have Donovan Mitchell for you. We have 2 of them. We start with the first one. Donovan Mitchell has his fourth 40-point playoff game, tying Karl Malone for the most in Jazz franchise history. Malone played 193 playoff games. Spite Up has only played 27.
I thought you were about to say Carlos Boozer. I was like, come on.
That's a sweet nickname, too, Spida.
Yeah.
You can already see that logo going on tennis shoes and T-shirts and better hats without the L on the head.
They already got it, too.
Yeah?
They got the Spider logo. It's fire. He's got some sweet shoes.
Everybody, Mikey's sitting on stage right now because Kory took off to go to mini camp. So Mikey's up here for the last couple minutes of the show. Thanks for sitting up here, Mikey.
Appreciate it, guys.
This is your last week with the morning show, isn't it?
I'm very sad about that, but I'm also very happy because I'm going to be doing the esports show.
Well, we'll talk about that after Fish Facts. We're trying to steal his segment,
I'm
asshole.
not trying to steal his segment.
All right, go ahead, Fish.
Love you, Fish.
Oh, it's my segment. We go to Donovan Mitchell, another one. 45. He had 45 points last night. He had more points than Kawhi Leonard and Paul George combined. Leonard had 23, George had 20.
Yeah, it's not what you want out of your two big-time stars there in L.A.
So not good news for them. We go to today, which is 6/9, June 9th, Wednesday.
It's my brother's birthday.
Nice.
Oh, happy birthday to Joey's brother. Happy birthday to Joey's brother.
Which brother?
JP. Clap him up.
That's the one I haven't met, right?
That's the one you haven't met.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Joey's brother.
Happy birthday, JP!
We go to, this was actually for Kory, because it's boxing related. 1946, Joe Louis knocked out Billy Cohn in 8 rounds for the heavyweight boxing title.
Nice.
Detroit's very own Joe Louis. He has a stadium after him. We go to Maz, 1963. It was the first Sunday night game in baseball.
I think we need Mikey to do the Maz impression here.
Yeah, let's do your Maz.
I remember that game very vividly. I was there, and it was like, there's a guy here, and the lights were on. We had candles out. They had no lights in the stadium.
Do you remember the two teams that were playing in that game, Maz?
I remember it was both the Mets and the Yanks.
All right, well,
and they was doing it.
It was Giants and Houston Colts.
You know where the Giants used to play though? New York. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
These chairs.
Yeah, they suck. Hey, how do you feel about your court order yesterday?
Well, not the first time I've been in court, but it was pretty successful, and my deposition part 2 will be very good today.
Hey. Now your voice. Well, the more you talk, the more it drags.
All right, Fish. Let's wrap it up, buddy.
Stanley Cup Final. This is another one for Maz. The Devils beat the Mighty Ducks for a 4-3 series win. They won in 7 games.
There you go.
We have a birthday. We have several birthdays, actually. 1939, Dick Vitale, the great Dick Vitale. Then we have 1973, Teddy Bruschi. ESPN does some coverage for them.
I like Bruschi.
And then we have 1975, Jeff Saturday, another ESPN analyst for them.
Bruschi was my linebacker in Madden. Used to always kill it with him.
We have a wedding today. We go to 2009. Our good old friend Mike Tyson. He was 43 when he got married. He wed Lakina Spicer, 32, at a wedding in Nevada, a chapel in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then we have a divorce.
Mike Tyson.
No,
6 months later.
Well, this is the same year, so 2009. So today we have a wedding for Mike Tyson. We also have a divorce for Barry Bonds. Elizabeth Watson, 39, divorces Barry Bonds, and it actually says MLB home run record Barry Bonds.
You imagine how small that dude's balls are with all the steroids he's shoved in himself?
That's
why he got divorced. His wife was like, I'm sorry, honey, your balls are too small.
That's what that does to you?
Oh, God, yeah.
Really? How do you know this?
It's been taught in sports health since the beginning of time. You take steroids, your nuts get, like, grapes.
Yeah, and they take the female hormone to offset that.
Estrogen.
Yeah, they take estrogen to offset the steroid effect on the balls.
Yep.
Irreconcilable differences after 11 years of marriage.
Irreconcilable.
Oh, irreconcilable.
There you go. Nice.
After 11 years of marriage.
Yeah, that's what most people do when they get divorced. They just put that on there because it's tough to debate that. Like, we have a disagreement. Okay. I can't debate whether you do or not. So, yeah, okay. It's a good divorce. That's what you put in front of the judge.
Guess what? Tomorrow's Thursday.
That's right.
2 more days till the weekend,
we have 2 more days to the weekend. We got Euros on Friday. We got French Open going on right now. So much fun happening. Thanks for putting in your props, Dick. We go to, those are the facts. We'll see you tomorrow.
And kick it off to me, too. I like that. You were going to throw it over.
Throw it to Joey for dumbass.
Let's go to Joey for the dumbass of the day.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
He causes too many timeouts. It's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
We got to clap it up for Pittsburgh Pirates' own Key Brian Hayes on this beautiful home run.
He slots this one down the right field line towards the pole. And boy, It's going to be interesting to see what the call is. He's not taking anything.
Good home run hit, huh? Watch this angle right here. Look at the foot.
Oh, no.
Look at the foot.
Oh, yeah. So
he said, oh, yeah, right to you.
Oh, no. He missed first on a home run?
What? So they took that away.
Oh, yeah, did they appeal it?
No run.
Yeah, they challenged it, and they,
I did not know. I did not know. Like, I need like a Bart Simpson laugh on that or something.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Turn me up, Fish. What an idiot.
You dumbass! I saw this tweet. It said that the Pirates' new #1 enemy is first base because they had that instance on the first baseline the year before, and then they had this huge meltdown with their coach a few years back where he picked it up and he threw it across the diamond.
How do you miss first on a home run?
And the thing is you feel it. So it's like, what happens? Like, you run and you could go back and touch it and then keep going?
You can, as long as you don't touch second base. No, even if you touch second base, you can go back as long as you retouch on the way back.
So if he
could have gone all the way to almost home, then went back, touched third, touched second, and then retouched first.
How did nobody tell him to stop and go back? I guess they didn't see, or
that's
who
the
knows?
First base coach. The first base coach has to be all over that shit. Like, hey, get back here and touch the damn bag.
But how often do you see that happening in MLB?
Zero.
Never.
So it's like, it's probably one of those things that he's not even really looking for, even though he should be looking for.
Yeah. Details, baby. Devil's in the details.
Crazy ass play. When I saw that and then I hear that the home run got taken away.
It's funny because one of my ex-geometry teacher from St. Mary's.
Ex?
Yeah. Well, my former geometry teacher, I guess.
They broke up.
Yeah, we broke up. Mr. Maciosi, he's from Pittsburgh, and he moved back there, and he's teaching there now, and he posted that on his timeline. He's like, we got called out on a home run. Your 2021 Pittsburgh Pirates, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, damn.
It's something that would happen to the Lions. I'm just happy it's not to the Tigers.
All right. So, yeah, definitely worthy of dumbass of the day.
You dumbass.
So, got you up here.
Yep.
Mikey TikTok, we started to discuss it a little bit. Starting next Monday, you have a show that will be live streamed on all the platforms.
Yes, sir.
And what's it called? Tell us about it. Make sure you're talking into the mic.
So it's called Epicenter, and it's going to be an esports style where we have news, recaps, highlights, top 10 plays. And then after that, we'll segue it to a streamer. And I got a great team of streamers I'm putting together from all sports, esports. And, we're all about bringing on people, getting so that, streamers can have a platform. We can enjoy esports, watch video games. We're all passionate about it. And honestly, I'm incredibly excited for it. And Chad, if you're watching, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Way to suck up, buddy.
I know. I'm very happy for it, though.
Good job.
Because I was killing it with the weekend updates, and I remember that's what you were saying in the meeting is like, well, Mike's been doing so well with those.
Yeah,
so
we did
need
3
to
of
give
them,
him
and they
more.
were all fucking horrible.
Yeah,
so.
Those 3 horrible ones, you're like, you know what, the 4th one, let's just give him a full-length show 5 days a week.
Yeah, well, we figured if we buried you at midnight, it would help.
That is the thing. I'm working the night
we
shift.
gave him midnight? I thought it was 2 a.m.
No, it's 10 p.m. to midnight, right?
Man, like I'm Lou Will.
Did I hear 2 a.m.?
Fish would be up at that time.
You're going to be up, Fish?
I'll be up on weekends, definitely.
So if you're into esports, you're into gaming, and you want your highlights featured on Woodward Sports Epicenter, Epicenter. Mikey's going to start hosting that next Monday and start sending us your clips. Or if you have anybody, let us know because we're always trying to bring on some more streamers and stuff like that. Mikey Brown Noser. That's what he's best at. Stupid jokes and suck it up to Chad.
Show.
So, yeah, Monday, make sure you look for that live on the Woodward Sports Network. We're going to kick it off at 10 p.m., and you better be ready, Mikey.
Yeah, and I'm genuinely going to miss the morning show, man. I like all the commenters, all hanging out with you guys every morning.
Save it for Friday.
It's going to be great, but 2
You
days to the
got
weekend,
Madden
Fish.
streamers?
We got Madden streamers, and hey, you know one, Joe? You play Madden?
I will whoop their... I'm just kidding. Madden's a hard game. Have you played it recently? Because
yeah.
I haven't played it for a few years, and then I pick it up the other day, and I start playing. I'm like, man, this game has changed.
You got to do all the mini drills in the training camps and stuff like that. Whenever I got a new Madden, I would run through all of those.
They took those out. They
Did
took
they?
out the combine like years ago. You can't. I used to love the quarterback drills. The
Yeah, that's how you learn how to play.
The bench press, you'd be like mashing the analog stick and all
See,
that.
now you got to watch stupid kids streaming, so I guess we can watch the Epicenter.
You're just ripping on his whole damn platform.
What the hell, Joe?
So tune in to watch Stupid Kids Streaming weekly.
We're going to change the name of that now. Nightly. Stupid Kids Streaming, including Mikey TikTok. Known from other performances.
Are we going to see you streaming, Mikey?
I will be hosting the show, and if I can get some streaming in there, I will later in the future.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Monday, it's going to start 10 p.m., so make sure you're watching on the Woodward Sports Network. Thank you, Mikey, for being a part of the morning show for this short period of time, and we appreciate you, and you guys have a great Wednesday. It's going to be a beautiful day in the city. People asking about Detroit Dog Rescue. They couldn't make it in today. They had an emergency rescue happening, so they're out there doing their good deeds. We'll have Detroit Dog Rescue in next week, but thank you guys for asking about them, and you can always feel free to make a donation. Go to DetroitDogRescue.com today and do that. We will talk to you tomorrow, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. right here on the Woodward Sports Network.